So you want to get cancer, you want to get demented, you want to get type 2 diabetes. Make sure that you are obese and you keep your blood sugars really, really high.
Low fat is bland, and high fat is excellent. But it's not good for my body.
2 million people in 436 cities in 52 countries. Their protest 100% focused on genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. Those are plants, bacteria, and animals whose genetic makeup has been scientifically altered.
Did you ever hear a doctor tell you that food is medicine? Well, it seems that most signs of illness or even death comes from the foods we eat.
And what we eat is really our chemotherapy 3 times a day.
My approach is an intracellular cleansing. You have people eating hog, potatoes, rice, and beans. But if we take this substance to a biochemist, not going to find any food in any of these substances.
African Americans have the highest and the worst blood pressures in the world. We also have the worst diet in the world. When you look at our diet, that soul food diet that we're going to talk about in a second, that is a prescription for death.
So the very organization that sponsors hundreds of millions of dollars in research support is of the opinion that cancer is something other than what it is.
In today's video, we'll be learning from Dr. Thomas Seyfried and Dr. Barbara O'Neill, who are known for their work on how food can be used to suppress cancer cells. They'll show us how cancer cells differ from body cells, and also how we can use food as a natural chemotherapy to suppress cancer and live longer. So ensure to stay tuned to the end to uncover the truths by various experts and discover how food can serve as medicine in our bodies to protect our bodies from cancer.
As I said, as I clearly said, there's many secondary causes of cancer. There's only one primary cause, and that's damage to the ability of the cell to generate energy through oxygen. What could damage that? Well, radiation could damage that. Chemical carcinogens can damage that. Intermittent hypoxia could do that. Chronic inflammation can do that. Oncogenic viruses, papilloma viruses, rare inherited mutations. These are all secondary risk factors, not the primary risk factor. Primary risk factor is damage to oxidative phosphorylation.
Dr. Seyfried revealed that contrary to the popular beliefs that cancer is a genetic disease, it's actually a metabolic disease caused by damage to the cell's ability to generate energy, leading to excessive cell growth. He revealed that all other secondary causes of cancer, such as exposure to radiations, infections, dietary modifications, and lifestyle, actually affects the cells in the same way. Hence, if we are able to halt that pathway, we would successfully defeat the cancer cells. This can be achieved mainly through the diet we eat. He then goes on to reveal that special dietary type and how it works to combat cancer cells.
If you target glutamine alone, the cancer cell will survive on the glucose. If you target glucose alone, the cancer cell can survive on the glutamine. So you have to target them both together. And the issue is the cancer cell cannot use fatty acids or ketones because the mitochondria are dysfunctional. So the fatty acids and ketones that you have in a ketogenic diet or low GKI value is used for the brain and for the rest of the normal cells in the body. So the ketones and fatty acids are allowing the rest of our cells to survive without glucose, so they can use an alternative fuel. Cancer cells can't do that. They're trapped into this fermentation mechanism. So the solution to the cancer problem, simultaneously restrict the two fermentable fuels driving the dysregulated growth while transitioning the entire body off to a fuel that's good for the normal cells, but not good for the tumor cells. So this is the solution to the cancer problem? Absolutely.
Ketogenic diet are low-carb, adequate protein, and high-fat diet, which cause weight loss and helps the body burn energy. The diet forces the body to burn fats rather than carbohydrate. Now, both cancer cells and the normal body cells use glucose and glutamine for their normal energy production in their mitochondria. Keep in mind that the mitochondria is the part of the cell responsible for its energy production. And cancer cells are different from the normal cells in that they have a dysfunctional mitochondria. In addition to the use of glutamate and glucose for energy production, the normal body cells can also use ketones for energy production through a process known as ketosis, while cancer cells lack that ability. Hence, taking ketogenic diet provides energy for the normal body cells, while starving the cancer cells, thus inhibiting the cell growth. A typical keto diet could comprise of chicken, salmon, fish, eggs, nuts and seeds, avocados, green veggies, and olive oil. You must, however, ensure that they are all natural and haven't undergone industrial processing which destroy the important components.
Cancer loves acid. Cancer also loves no oxygen. The other thing cancer loves is sugar. So knowing those things, it makes a lot of sense to alkalize the tissues.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill proposes 3 important keys to inhibiting the growth of cancer cells in the body. She says, to starve cancer cells, you have to take a diet that is highly alkalizing, increase oxygenation of the body, and greatly eliminate sugars that go into the body.
And we need to know what cancer loves so we can stop it. We also need to know what cancer hates because we want to give it. Is that right? Cancer loves sugar. The fact is that a cancer cell consumes 15 times the glucose of any other cell. And I found when people are conquering cancer, and you look at the history, there can be a little bit of that and a little bit of that, and then a little bit over here, maybe a little bit of genetics. But remember, genetics loads the gun, lifestyle pulls the trigger. Cancer also loves an acid environment. And guess what is the most acid substance you can put into your body? Refined sugar. Nothing wrong with the sugar cane. All those minerals alkalize it up, but when they extract the sugar out of the sugarcane plant, it becomes a pure acid. Sugar also loves a no oxygen environment.
And Barbara O'Neill says that foods that can increase body alkalinity include lemon, dark green leafy vegetables, legumes, millets, and quinoa, almonds, and seeds. Lemon is acid in the stomach, but when it enters into the blood into the tissues, it has an alkaline effect on the body. It is also rich in sodium, magnesium, potassium, and iron. Dark green leafy vegetables such as kale, parsley, and spinach have proven to have a high alkaline effect in the body and help to starve cancer cells. Also, vegetables such as tomatoes, bell pepper, and Irish potatoes may have an acid or alkaline effect on different people, so it is necessary to find out which effect they have on your body before adding them onto your diet. Lima beans, lentils, and soy are the 3 alkaline-forming legumes. There are many ways to prepare these legumes, and whichever way you choose, they provide a delicious feeling and cancer-starving effect in the cells. Millets and quinoa are both alkaline-forming grains and gluten-free, and that's why they're so popular. They are very good in increasing the pH levels of tissues, thereby creating an unsuitable environment for diseases to thrive in the body. They are also very good anti-aging agents, so it's good you add them to your diet at least once a day.
What would you do if you had cancer?
If I had cancer, I would immediately get out of America because this is a stressful environment and stress does, cause cancer to exacerbate. So I would immediately leave here, go somewhere indigenous where I can be around fruits, vegetables, easy. I would immediately start juicing, not eating. Because the thing you want to do is you want to starve cancer.
Right.
Because you can feed cancer. And one of the primary things you can feed cancer with is sugar. Okay, so I want to starve it by first not eating any kind of sugar. And then I want my body to be in such a healthy state. And remember what I told you, when your belly is empty, like the more you eat, the more healthier you're going to be. Like it's just facts. And so I'm going to juice a lot so I can keep my body in a rested state so it can use all of the energy it would be breaking down food with to heal, regenerate, and repair.
Dr. Bobby Price highly recommends avoiding stress and juicing as his special remedy against cancer. A juice diet is very good in combating cancer as it contains mainly vegetables and fruit. which helps to strengthen body calls and provide an unconducive environment for cancer cells. They activate the body's immune system to fight cancer cells while also starving the cancer cells of the substrates they need to survive. When the body is in a healthy and rested state, it is able to heal, regenerate, and repair properly.